In this video, we compare the Colonial Razor General to the Blackland Vector, and we used the 345 Soap Company White Buffalo. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be comparing the Colonial Razor General to the Blackland Vector, which are both Artist Club style razors, and we will also be using the 345 Soap Company White Buffalo. I purchased this from the Razor Company. The price is $16.95 for 5.8 ounces, or on a cost chart there, an excellent $2.92 an ounce. Absolutely exceptional price. And this soap, I don't know how to describe it. Let's put the way it's described or the notes for you right there. It is really an unusual scent. And because it has bergamot, lemon, you think maybe it's going to be citrusy, but it's not really. And then it has tobacco and anise and sandalwood, so you think it might be a little bit darker, and it's not really. Overall, it just comes across as a pleasant scent that I cannot describe for you. I'm sorry. I do like it, and I find it to be the scent strength a little bit under medium, but it's nice. There's something about it that I like, and I'm not sure what. It almost comes across like some sort of a pastry that's not super sweet. It's very difficult to describe, but I will say I have been enjoying the 345 Soap Company soaps. Very well priced. They've got good ingredients in them. We'll show you there. This one has donkey and camel milk, goat's milk, shea butter, super blue emu, dragon tallow, chupacabra oil. Of course, I'm joking when I say those last things, but it's got some really nice ingredients in it if you prefer those sort of butters and or milks. And let's just go ahead and get started today. 24 hours growth. We're going to go ahead and apply some moisture to the face with our bottle. This is just plain water, no chupacabra oil. Or is it? I don't know. I just like doing that joke. Today we're using That Darn Rob olive wood handled brush, and we've got a nice lather here in our Captain's Choice bowl. I think I pushed the hydration a little bit in the soap today purposely, just for the heck of it, just to see how it goes with 345, but I've been very pleased with 345 Soap Company soaps thus far. Could they be the moon soaps of 2021? Could they be? We'll see what they produce this year, but I'm telling you, the price is right. John seems to be a very nice guy doing things the right way, and I hope more people will try their soaps. This is probably, I want to say, the fourth one I've tried, and I have liked them all on a quality basis and scent basis. And this one is no exception. As you can see, there really no problem with the lather. Let's rinse some of that off the handle there a little bit, and let's get started in the comparison here. Quick tail of the tape. Vector comes to you for $200. The Colonial Razor General, $185. The Vector is 2.7 ounces. The General is 3.6 ounces. They list the General at 6 out of 10 on aggression. The Vector is listed at 5 out of 10 on aggression, which I don't really know if I agree with. The General is 316L stainless. The Vector is 303 stainless. So let's start with the Vector, which is, in my opinion, the most, for me, it has been the king of Artist Club style shavers. It feels so maneuverable, and there is a decent amount of blade feel. The blade for today is in both razors, is the Feather Professional. We call it just the regular Feather Professional, because Feather has the regular Feather Pro, they have the Guard, they have Super. This one is just, in both razors, we have the regular standard Feather Professional. And again, I know Blackland lists the aggression at 5 out of 10. I think I would be inclined to move that up a little bit personally. And if you use the Feather Super Blade, you might be able to move it up even further. But I absolutely love this razor. It is my favorite Artist Club style razor. So it's going to be interesting to see how the General, how I feel about the General in relation to this. We'll show you both heads right here so you can see that Vector is the slimmest head just about that you'll find on any razor. So give you a good look at it right there. Although the Colonial Razor General doesn't have what I would call a cumbersome head. And I'm telling you, even though the General is listed at one notch higher on efficiency. I would say, for me, the Vector feels a little more blade feely or efficient or aggressive, whichever term you want to use. But honestly, the shave here from the General is it's feeling more comparable than I thought, the way it feels on the face in terms of its efficiency. So I would say it's probably close to that. I think Colonial Razors rates it as a 6. I might put it down to that 5.5 or so. But it feels pretty good. And of course, the soap there was marvelous. And we really didn't expect anything else, to be honest with you. 345 Soap Company. I have found all their offerings so far to be of quality. So, you know, they've worked well for me. The price is right. And I encourage you to check them out if you like. Again, I don't ask you to buy anything ever. And it's very important that you stay within your budget and pursue the hobby in a way that's comfortable for you and works for your budget. But if you want to try a new soap that's well priced, this is one. Now, if you're outside the United States, you know, you always have to deal with shipping. So we have some very good budget soaps that by the time you put shipping on it, sometimes it becomes cost prohibitive. And so we hope maybe some of the stock lists will pick some of these soaps up, maybe in Europe and, you know, Canada and all over the world. That way they can sort of subsidize some of that shipping cost for you. But this is a nice soap. I wish I could tell you more about the scent. I don't know if this is based on some old scent, because it said inspired by white buffalo. So I don't know if it means literally inspired by the mystical white buffalo itself, the animal, or some older scent that I'm not aware of, which could be the case. But this is a nice, easygoing scent. I would say this scent lies in between the realms of Fresh Boy, which you know where I like to live, and Funk Boy, which is, you know, when I say Funk Boy, I don't mean that to be offensive. I mean, there are scents that to me have a little more funk to them, like musk, oud, patchouli. And so that's why we say, you know, those sort of scents are in the sort of Funk Boy realm. And of course, your citrus, bright, clean, fresh scents are in the Fresh Boy realm, which is, I'm more of a Fresh Boy for sure. There's no question about it. But either way you go, as long as you enjoy it, that is the main thing. Just enjoy it. Have a good time. Pursue the hobby in a way that makes you happy. And I'm never asking you to spend a single dime. Keep that in mind. It's totally up to you. But if you want to, you know, come here and see what products I'm using, and if you're interested and it fits in your budget, then, you know, enjoy yourself if you will. But I certainly don't want you to be irresponsible in chasing every soap and razor on the market. Because as I've shown before, as I just did, I think last week, you can do a shave for $4 at Dollar Tree. So you don't really have to spend much if you don't want to. It's completely up to you how to pursue the hobby. Just do it in a way that makes you happy. And I don't think anyone who just isn't being nasty with other people and, you know, toxic, I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do it. Just do it in the way that suits you. So, I must say both of these razors are very nice. Now, one thing I would say is, something I would change about the General is this handle. I'm not crazy about this handle, and I think it's maybe a little too heavy for my taste. If the General had a more sleek handle like the Vector, I think it would feel a lot better. Not that it feels bad, because it doesn't, but if I can find a handle that matches that finish, that maybe isn't quite as fat in the middle there and heavy, I think this razor, I would like it even more. And I do like it. It's a good razor. But you cannot help but notice when you hold these two, this one immediately just feels sleek and more maneuverable by a good bit over this one. This one feels, I think for me, because of that handle, feels slightly cumbersome. Of course, everything feels cumbersome compared to this, to be honest with you, because it's probably the sleekest razor that there is, that I'm aware of anyway. All right, let's get on with the third pass. Both razors doing a good job. The soap, no surprise today, doing a good job as well. Again, I wish I could tell you more about the scent and explain better, but I just can't. It is a very unique, to me, scent. I may have smelled something similar before, but I don't know how to describe it. By the way, Real Talk is tonight at 8 p.m. So you still have time to get in your, if you want to see any topics discussed, put them down there before 8 p.m. Eastern today on Friday, which I believe is the 12th of February. And we'll try to work those in if we can. Still have a little time, so if you want to see something discussed, put it there. And keep in mind that the Real Talk is on Instagram, but I will also post that on YouTube here. Usually I put that up on Saturday or so. So keep that in mind. And again, no problems with 345 Sub Company, as you can see there. Holding water. It's really enjoyable to use. This fragrance is just pleasant. Like, it wouldn't be my favorite fragrance of all time by any stretch. And I would prefer those, let's see, the bergamot and lemon to be more pronounced. But for some reason, all this comes together in this weird sort of way that's enjoyable, and I can't explain why. But I enjoy it. And so it is really a mellow and easygoing sort of scent, lack of a better way of explaining it. And the price is right. It is an exceptional cost. And I really like that John has sort of chosen to, from 345, who I've spoken to on the phone before, has sort of decided to enter the, the fray with good value options for pricing on his soap. And he's still including some really nice ingredients. And so, I'm a big fan of that, because other folks are choosing, quite frankly, to go the other way with it. And that's okay. I mean, everybody just has to decide what's important to them. But for me, if you put a lot of skin food in there and you're charging more, and then it also starts to affect latherability and ease of use, I'm not that interested in it. But John has, his offerings are quite reasonably priced. And they have a good set of ingredients in them. For me, makes a good lather. That is good residual slickness there. So I think we're just going to see more and more better things from 345. And man, I can't stop using the Vector. Like, when I get going with it, I just want to go and go and go. It is so comfortable to use and so fun to use. It is a fun razor to use, at least for me. It is without a doubt my favorite single edge Artist Club style razor. The General here is also, I think, a very good razor. I think it suffers a little bit just from feeling cumbersome because the Vector is not cumbersome. So if you had used this without ever using the Vector, or maybe you've used the original Mongoose or something, this one would feel great. And it does feel great, to be honest. But as I compare it to the Vector, it just feels a little cumbersome. And being honest, and every razor does, really, compared to the Vector. So it's just because the Vector is so good that this one feels just slightly cumbersome. But if you've never used an Artist Club style razor, and if you've never used the Vector, I'm thinking that this would feel pretty good. I do like it. I am not prepared to get rid of it or anything like that. But I do hope to find a more sleek handle and knock some of that weight down a little bit. We'll compare this to the Hawk coming up, because the Hawk is another razor that I like. But both razors today were very good. I can tell you that for sure. All right, let me rinse, and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back, and off cam, we did a warm water rinse. We followed that warm water rinse with the alum block. This is the PAA alum with dry dock. Absolutely no stinging, so that was a very smooth shave on both sides. Then we did a cold water rinse, and we followed up with our Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber. And in feeling my face it came out the same. And as I often say on these comparisons, I'll tend to adjust and make more strokes based on the feedback of the razor, so they tend to come out the same. But preference-wise, there's no question that the Vector is still my preferred razor. It has a little more efficiency. It feels considerably more maneuverable than the General. However, the General is no slouch. It is still a nice razor. I would like to find a handle that I appreciate a little more, but it's also a nice razor. So either way you go, these are both very nice single edge Artist Club style shavers, but the edge big time goes to Vector. It's going to be hard for anybody to unseat this razor. I look forward to seeing people try to do it, but the General for me doesn't unseat it, and we'll wait and see if anybody makes something better in the Artist Club style realm than the Vector. It's going to be hard, to be honest with you. The soap today is White Buffalo from 345 Soap Company. Great cost, great ingredients. The scent is just easygoing and pleasant, and I wish I could tell you more. I don't know if everybody will be in love with this scent, but I like it, and I wish I could give you more information to sort of, I just can't. I can't explain it other than to say it's pleasant. I am in no way disappointed with it, but think easygoing, not in the fresh boy realm, not in the funk boy realm, somewhere in between, a little of both, and it came out very nice, and I like that label too, so great job, John, at 345 Soap Company. And we're going to finish things off today with, once again, a little Lucky Tiger, which I like. It's just an easygoing toner. It's got some little bit of citrusy pop to it, orange, and while the soap doesn't have orange, I think it'll be nice. And we have had an excellent shave today. I hope wherever you are, you'll have an excellent shave as well. Don't forget, Real Talk tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, or catch the replay on YouTube at a later time. Thanks so much for joining me. I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.